Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about selling a package of domains, okay, and how to do it. Sometimes when you have domains that you're not so confident about, that you wouldn't be able to sell it by itself, you can put those types of domains together as a package. It helps to have them all in the same niche. This is kind of all over the place, although I do have little bursts of relevant packages like that. The investmentplanservices.com, investmentpurposes.com, investmentresearchfirm.com. Not entirely sure what that niche is. So again, it's not going to be the strongest sale if I were to just sell that on its own. If I knew what it meant, I'd probably be able to sell it very, very well. Same thing. There's a lot of nets and a lot of orgs. Although this is pretty cool. Everyone knows what cosmetology is, right? Wealthtutorial.net, pretty good, but wealth, if it was marketingtutorial.net, that would be amazing. Wealth is a little bit more generic. You know what I mean? So the domains are okay. They're not like the best, but sure enough, someone came along the marketplace and was like, boom, I want to buy this. And you know what? It really wasn't luck, because look how many people were fighting over it. Okay. But they're kind of cheapskates here, right? And I had a reserve, so no one's going to snag all these domains from me for $60 freaking dollars. But what happened, guys, was when you allow people to bid like that and you have a reserve, so if you had so much, it gets to the point where you have so much value in what you're selling that, and then you make the starting bid low like that, then people are going to kind of try to grab it. It looks really appealing. You make it the offer more appealing, the more action you get, and therefore then people were seeing it, because then it's going to come up more like in the list of the most active auctions and stuff. So you want bidders no matter how much they're doing, because then it's going to become very popular, and then you're going to get some big fish. You're getting free advertisements you're getting free exposure, which is very, very important. You need the exposure. Okay, so this is a good example, right? But what happened was it ended because I had a reserve. It ended, and then someone contacted me and offered me this $1,000. Okay, now me being really hungry to do case studies during the webinars and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, sure, boom. So I could show you guys the process, and sure enough, yeah, I did make a profit. Everything's in your favor. Don't spend a lot of money, just make it more value like the way I did here. Either that or make it a cheaper price. Don't be greedy, because you're going to be able to find a ton of domains that are sellable, but those types of domains that you find a ton of aren't $50,000, $80,000 domains, okay? The ones that you find from a little bit harder work are. You see what I'm saying? It's important to see the difference. So that was a little bit of this package sale that I did. What I'll do now is I'll go. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about this description. Okay. After I list all the domains in this package, there's this information from Estabot in terms of appraisal. And so I took a couple examples, like Refurbished Pianos was the one that I used as the sale. All right, this is a normal domain sale, but you know what? I'm throwing in all the rest of these at the same time. So it wasn't a portfolio. I want to make that important. I want to make that clear, okay? But I did put the appraisal stuff in there, and that was it. There weren't any comments. There was just a couple of lowball bids, and then it was sold by negotiation. Some guy contacted me, and check out the stats. There was 4 bidders. There was 8 total bids. Oh my God! I made the reserve $10,000. So, I'm a little funny with my. I guess I was a little greedy there, huh? And then I had 402 views, 18 watchers, which is good. 1 discussion. I guess that was the message I had back and forth with the buyer. All right. So let's take a look at some other sales here. We'll take a look at, for instance. This is something you definitely don't want to happen to you when you have no reserve and a $1 starting bid. Some, those people on there, those buyers, they're pretty savvy. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I had to let this one go for $1. Okay, very, very funny stuff. Let's look at an example of, for instance, this one. Remember the bids that came in for anxiety.ch? Oh my gosh, I was in talks with the guy, and he disappeared on me. He wanted to pick it up for $550, and it's not even a .com. I mean, it's like Czech Republic, and so this is a great deal right here, but unfortunately he disappeared and he never went through with it, but he did bid. A little bit about this description here on how you can do the same thing is, we have been buying domains since 2002 and recently came across a gold mine. After some research on .ch domains, we found that they're not only highly popular in Switzerland, etc. I wonder what my reserve was for this one. Oh, I lowered the reserve. I did. It went to 551. That's something you can do towards the end. If someone's bid and it's not reached the reserve, it asks you, says, all right, you got 24 hours left for the auction. You can lower your reserve if you'd like. You know what I mean? So I did just that. Here are some comparable sales of other one-word domains. Gave him some examples of sales. Okay? Very important. Not the appraisal, but actual sales. That's very powerful. Remember, a lot of the time people are like, appraisal, that's just an estimate, blah, 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 blah. But when you show actual sales like that of similar domains, like for instance, I mean, geez, I shouldn't even be that impatient, really. I think impatient when I'm making these case study videos for you guys is the word, because, I mean, I'm putting them up with 14-day auctions and stuff. I mean, you put it up for 30 days, you get maximum discussion, get some discussions going in the comments, discuss stuff with people, and you'll see these types of sales happen for domains like this. You know what I mean? Look, rabat.ch. What the heck's that mean? It sold for $21,000, but it did sell on Cedo. It didn't even sell on Flippa. koffer.ch, I don't even know what that means, but 22,000. Liberty.ch, I would see that. Liberty's a dictionary word. Sold for 28,000. That's a little bit more. And then peach.ch sold for 10,000. So we can kind of see what's going on here. You got the one-word dictionary, one-word domains. All right, you're going to get 5 figures for those if you're patient, okay? If you're impatient, then you got to do sales like, you got to think you're only going to get 200-300% profit or something, or 1,000% profit. Okay. All right, so that was anxiety.ch. Let's look at one of the big ones, where I was able to make a lot of money. I had this one was recently. Was this one the one? Maybe this was the one. And then I was in discussions with a couple buyers and decided not to do it. But I did have a $75,000 bid. That was pretty good. And then the other time I had $90,000 bid, but I just decided, like, you know what? It was, to be honest with you, it was like I didn't have enough time to even do the auction. This was the same thing. Sometimes it's like, you know what? I could, it can show you the going rate. The market dictates the value. You know what I mean? What else? Let's take a look at this one. Learn Photoshop videos. This was like a medium, 10,000. As you can see, it differs, right? My smallest one was $1, and then the biggest one on Flippa was $238. The $334,000 one was privately done and everything with a broker. But when you're on here, you're gonna get a little bit. You're not gonna. like put it this way, you go with Flippa, you get a smaller amount of money for the same value. You go private listing on with a broker, you wait a little bit longer and there's a lot more preparation, and then you get a lot more for the value. Another example is when you put it on eBay. I always said, like, there's a lot of sharks on Flippa and there's a lot of whales on eBay. Like, you put something on eBay and you'll be waiting there for like, 2 months or something, and you won't hear a word. You won't see a comment, a bid, anything. There's no action. But then all of a sudden, boom, you see the buy it now button. Like, I mean, it's literally like you don't even see it coming. You log into your email one day and it says your domain or your website has sold. You're like, what? It says it's sold for buy it now. You're like, oh my God. So that's the difference between them, is you got to be a little more patient on other places. Flippa is great for like really quick sales. If you just want to flip get rid of something really quick, because there's so many sharks, But it kind of, it's all over the place. Got stuff here, $10, $20 to $36, $100, $500, $1,000, $4,000, all the way up to $238,000. And hey, if you do have a domain that's worth $1 million, feel free to give it a $750,000 reserve. Don't just throw away something that's worth $1 million. I'm not by any means telling you to do that, but sometimes you could find a domain that's appraised at let's say $0 or $10 or something on Estabot. But you know what? Estabot messed up. It's actually worth a lot more. So it could go either way. Knowledge is the key. All right. So I hope you liked this video. I'm going to be doing a video pretty soon on Seedo. So take a look and watch out for that. It's going to be very similar to this one. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.